The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
I've been having fun all morning. I'm making millionaires. Isn't it fun? I love telling people what to do and position right and getting to million. I've been having fun for 45 years. This is a blast. All right, what did you do? You basically have one of your friends rip you off. They knocked you down. You spent thousands on crap that didn't work. Isn't it true? Guess what? Now you get to play with me. By the way, my name is Ray Reynolds. I'm the godfather of credit. I build millionaires and billionaires. You ready to play? You got your tablet and pen so we can begin? It's live. That's me. I like fun. I like Lamborghinis too. So there's no pictures, there's no recording because I said so, because I want you to put it here. Habit forming. You know what your biggest problem is? You follow people like ducks and sheep when you built your credit. Come on. Somebody told you, we got to get a secured core to core, this and that, blah, blah, blah. Took you 3 years to try to get it right, and you still got it wrong. What did you do? Now, understand today, we're going to have some fun. At the same time, I'm going to teach you how to play the game and win. All right. You see, what you did is you took your credit cards, you dropped your score. Hell, you can't get any more. And you backed yourself and your family in a corner. And you couldn't write up diddly squat. Why did you do that? I don't understand. Oh, well, you see, we all got a sad story to tell. Well, nobody usually gives a, you know what? Me, I got born in a taxi on the way to Gardena Hospital. Wow. She threw me away in a trash can. Mrs. Hope was a she-devil from hell. I got to be with her too. So your journey today just began with me. What are we going to do? We're going to play. We're going to win. It's your turn. Your turn. You're going to look beyond that curtain from now on, and you're going to understand I'm going to get you to where you're going to get to be the millionaire and the billionaire. But I need you to listen, pay attention, and follow through. Don't worry. I'll guide you every step of the way. Bottom line is, again, I want you to take out your purchase of credit cards. Can you take them out of your personal wallet right now? If not, at least write the procedure down. I'm the guy that trained Ken Yarborough. He was security chief at TRW. They became Asperian. See, all your cars have a problem, so do you. You keep jacking it up, getting stuck. Understand, every card needs a sticky in the back of it, a sticky. Here's the limit, maintain 25%, never pass 29%. You see, there's a balance to this. Here's 100,000. If you did exactly what I just told you to do, you'd have basically 71,000 of safety credit. Now let's understand. You're going to build a line of defense. Understand, write it down. Write this down. I'm going to build a line of defense the way Ray told me to do it, period. You're going to do what I ask because it works. You see, I want you to maintain a 750 score the rest of your life. See, instead of jacking up other cards, understand these two cards. They don't fluctuate your credit at all. They don't drop your score. And hell, you can go get some more. Your problem is your lack of knowledge. All right? The lack of knowledge is the stupidity of man and woman. People aren't stupid. Half the people are freaking lazy. The other half to be a little crazy and go get it. Now understand, TRW, Thomas Raymond Warridge, bicycle parts information business. The report's wrong. Became Asperian. So what happened? Well, I drew the first diagram like this. It was good, fair, or hell no. See, you got to understand the cards help balance your score. So you never drop it again. Is that okay if we play it my way for a while? Because I think your way sucks. So if you get your tablet and pen out right now and write down again and again and quit having reruns like you did yesterday and the day before. I want to make sure in high school they learn all the rules and tools that I'm trying to give you. That way they don't make the same mistake you made. Okay? Now, we're going to look at a corporation. Here's your problem. All right? First problem is you, your lack of knowledge. So we're going to change what you think you know, and we're going to make it the right way. Here's chapter 18. Look at it right there. Wow. Big deal. Corporation's a legal person. That's what it says. I'm little boy, 7.5 years old, Mrs. Hope's house. She has this little poker game, and I write in my notes, and they told me it was weird. Probably true. You know what? I was 7.5 years old. You know what he did? I rode my bicycle down to the Torrance Police Department the next day, went into the library next door and said, man, what does this mean? She was rude. 5 minutes later, here's a mock of this, here's a book. I read the book. So did you. You know what it didn't give me? Rules and tools. It didn't give me a procedure how to get to millionaire or to get out of hell. Being used and abused sucks. The bottom line is very simple. So understand, it also said may sue or be sued. I didn't pay attention to that until I got named in a lawsuit. Now, what did I do? I sent away $10 to the Secretary of State of California. I don't know why people pay thousands of dollars to an attorney, CPA, and corporate service and don't learn diddly squat. That's called stupid. All right, because they don't give you diddly squat for it in the first place. So understand something today. I sent my $10 away. See, corporations are free in all 50 states. I got Helping Hand Industries. I got $100,000 of credit cards in the mail. Simple. It's like weird. They thought Mrs. Hope thought I was a crook. I'm 9.5 years old. We got 100,000 credit cards in the mail. And oh shit. She calls Ted Turner, one of the people at the, that poker again, and one of the attorneys too. Is this little boy a crook? Well, the bottom line is, how'd you do that? I had to explain to Ted Turner 26 ways how to use an SSN and an SS4. Understanding the difference. It's like, you're the expert. I'm 9.5 friggin' years old. I got named the movie Dave as well. Now, at 12.5, I screwed up. I used the word Braille. All right, I got named in a lawsuit, and the Braille Institution got mad at me. I had a master of trade name, trademarks, and copyrights. So your goal, write it down, never bring the pain home. Is that okay? You play with me? So understand the next thing you have to think about is you have a corporation, or I give you one for free because I do it all the time. Free? Yes. When they sue the corp, they're going to sue you. You see, you're not supposed to put all your eggs in one basket. So understand a corporation, your name on the Secretary of State's website, your name's right there. So when they sue you, public record, you're not going to sheep. And if you got an LLC, come January 1st, they're going to come kick your assets. They came over the CTA Act. That's the Treasury Department. Isn't that fun? Now, you're supposed to put all your ducks in a row. The ultimate goal is the corporation and entities building $1 million of credit and never bringing the pain home. Got it so far? So understand, me, it's simple. I'm honest and I'm blunt. I tell it like it is. All right, if you follow stupid, you did stupid. You're not stupid, but you did stupid. See, I don't understand stupid, to be honest with you. I'm building millionaires all the time. I've done this for 45 years, having fun teaching and preaching. It's fun. So if you followed stupid, you did stupid. You're not stupid. I'm going to rebuild you my way. I guarantee every one of you, your way sucks. It did not work. You had a friend and family member rip you off and knock you down. You spent thousands of crap. Didn't work. My way, no problem. Why? I got my first million at 14.5. Double billion at 26. Isn't it fun? If I can do it, you can do it. So play, pay attention today. Now I got a couple problems as you learn about me. I write with both hands and talk at the same time. Not possible. 6th grade, they told me I was retarded. I got told a recall and an IQ of 203. Wow. But they ain't rhyming all the time because I was like, So when I rhyme all the time, I did write 2 crap songs, or rap songs. You want to call them rap? I call them crap for famous people. Bottom line, it's fun. Telling people what to do and treat them like they're 2 years old. What's the goal again? Never bring the pain home. You see, you need a list. I'll bet you when you go shopping, you have a list, right? Here's your problem. You're having the same rerun every day. Do you imagine today? You got it the same time today you did yesterday, the day before, the day before. I don't understand. Your routine sucks because you keep doing the same damn thing and accomplishing no goal. Your goal is simple. We're going to create a goal list. Write it down. We're going to create a goal list. The goal list is the index of a book. Then we need an activity sheet. Okay, we're going to break it down the right way. Then we're going to have a daily list, a weekly list, and then when I get you to the 100,000 to $500,000, we're going to have a project list. Isn't that fun? Because every project you're going to do it my way. You see, your biggest problem, is you. You did not build residual income. I don't understand. I was 17.5 years old. All right, I was going to auctions. I had 19 houses, 19 properties, no problem. They told me I couldn't get down by 20. The loan to value problem. What? See, you hear no and you accept it. From now on, no. Just means thank you. Get the hell out of my way. So understand something. I transfer the properties in division process. That way I freed up my loan to value problem to get the next one. And my goal back then, I was 17.5. I wanted to get $1,000 a month because that was my bills. I needed $1,000 a month. I had 22,000 pay phones. Wrote the book on that as well. I had my laundromats, my dry cleaners. I wrote books on that too, and storage units, and apartment complexes and buildings, and making money. Simple. You see, I built residual income since I was 17.5. This is where you screwed up. I guarantee not one of you did it my way and got residual income today. That's the wrong thing. We're not going to get rich. We're going to get 100,000 a month coming in by itself. Got it? What do you do when you're bored? Hey, 26 and a half years old. I got helicopters, mansions, yachts. I got everything I want. Still do. What am I going to do? I was bored. You see, when you get all the goodies, it's simple. So what did I do when I was bored? I help people like you. All right. Not only I'm going to help you, I'm going to get you where you need to go and answer all the questions too. From there, my wife calls this a hobby. Probably is. I'm 3,000 an hour, 25,000 a day to any other company. Here, I give myself for free, giving you information you needed a long time ago too. Oh well, foolproof program. As long as you follow through, you won't screw up. Okay. Even Arnold's a client. Even Dr. Lucky, Superman's for Gold's Gym, college professor at Biola University. Oh, Glenn, he had to get a problem. See, his problem is himself. See, people like to feel sorry for themselves. Poor me. 3 years in his Pinto car. Get off your ass, let's go get it. I gave him a race 360. And then I got him a Corp, $500,000 credit, new house, new truck. Now his son could go live with daddy versus living with friends for 3 years. Ridiculous. Giovanni got $1,600,000. He worked for Pixar. Little Karen delivered pizza. I said, stick around. I taught her how to get properties in Long Beach, California, millions of dollars. And then you got here, we got a little videos too. $1,200,000 in 9 months. Oh, we got help people coming out of prison too. Here's free rayer, Ross. Get them gold and platinum cards. It was fun. And then Thomas, poor Thomas. Not doubting Thomas, just poor Thomas. Boo, 26 years in prison. Kind of sucks. What did he do? He came to the office every weekend and I coached him. In 6 months, I built him up and away. Got him brand new dump trucks too. You see, isn't that fun? See, what happens out there in TikTok and Google and YouTube and all these people, they're going to sell you a book or a course or this and that and blah, 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 and do the Macarena. I think most of it's bullshit, to be honest with you. But again, that's up to you. What happens is they're not coaching you personally for the one who actually did it, or does he have anything anyway, and holding your hand every step of the way and going to guarantee it too. I'm going to guarantee to be a millionaire through the corporate structure. Is that okay? So your problem is you. Let's see the biggest mistake that you did. All right, you didn't understand the SS5 form that created SSN. It created the 1040 tax return. So understand this form, literally that you did at 14 to 16 if it was before 71. If it was after 71, mommy did it at the hospital while you were being born. You came out of mama and they had to do the form SS5. Could you imagine? Here's a woman who can't get released from the hospital with her own kid she just delivered unless she signs an SS5 form, and hell, she didn't know what she's doing anyway. Nobody paid attention. The SS5 equals SSN and one tax return. We the people. Remember that? We the people. So we got the SSN. Oh, goody. Let's compare SS5 to SS4. Put your hands like this, just because it's fun. Over here, we're going to be tax, and probably when we're dead. They reach in the grave and take that too. And then when we die, they report it to the state federal government. That's why the time of death's for. Over here, the SS4, you know what we're going to do? The SS4 means receive money. You don't pay tax till you're profitable. See, if you don't understand how to play the game, you can't win. That's why you keep getting your assets kicked. So if you're a crook, you don't file tax returns, just go to prison. It's where you belong. Wesley Snipes did. He screwed up his whole life and career. 3 years in federal prison, $5 million fine. He listened to his idiot attorneys and CPAs in Beverly Hills, California. See, they got their money and he paid the price. Kind of sucks. Why didn't you write down IRS 1244? Why didn't you write it down? What do we get to do? Simple. See, you get to file one tax return and almost not pay tax. So if we play by the rules, we could play the game and win. What a concept. The lack of knowledge is the stupidity of man or woman. Bottom line is you got to look at the United States of America Incorporated. They got 50 corps called states. States got corps called cities. And then they invented Chapter 9 bankruptcy in case shit hits the fan. Hey, that's what they did under the Federal Protection Act. They bankrupted 11 cities so far in front of you. And what did you do? Your problem is you didn't get off your ass and go learn how to play. Come on, people. We the people. The Supreme Court says a corporation is a legal person. You brought the pain home. Terrible. Jump up and kick yourself in the assets. Stop bringing the damn pain home. Let's write down division of me. Go ahead. I invented division process in 85, 86. It's fun, division of me. You know what that means? We take that form right there. It says legal name of entity or individual person. So Bank of America bankrupts thousands of locations. Chase does, Wells Fargo does, U.S. Bank does, grocery store, Sam's Club, and all those things around you. And you sit there doing what? Not a damn thing. Didn't you ever want to know how it works? See, your problem is you. On line 1 there, we can put your name there. Corporation, division, or subsidiary. I can build you a corporation with $1 million. Would that be okay? But that's not going to solve your problem. After we build the money to get the honey, we've got to have residual income. If not, you're going to retire, you're going to live with your kids and be broke. And that sucks. Don't you think so? So we're going to play my way. Is that okay? Now understand something very simple. Here's a Lamborghini. Here's the keys. Hey, it's $1 million car. What happens? It's $6,800 a month when I obtain this one. All right. So if I buy it under me and I can't pay the bill, they report it to the credit bureaus, and now I got shitty credit. And then they report it to the IRS as a 1099-C. Now I got double shitty credit. Well, that sucks. But I'm not stupid. Oh, if I buy it through the corporation, they see my name on the corporation, they sue the corp, they still sue me. That means I'm stupid too. No, I'm not stupid at all. I bought the Lamborghini through the corporation division. Remember I showed you SSN versus SS4? I guaranteed SS4. So understand, here I got my apartment complex, commercial real estate, my laundromats, my dry cleaners, and my restaurants had a 31 flavor, and a Subway, and all these pieces, and the Shakey's, and the shopping center, all the good shit. And all of a sudden I got a problem. What do I get to do? I get to do the 3-step. Write it down. Disconnect, isolate, incorporate. Put that sucker over here. I'm going to separate the bad problem. Your problem is you. You allowed yourself to be one. That kind of sucks, and it's a lonely number. What do you think? So what do we get to do? If I can't save this within 6 months under the Federal Trade Commission and the Federal Protection Act and all these acts out there, I get to bankrupt the shit out of it, throw it away. You see, I get to protect everything else. What did you do? How old are you? Look at your past, your present, your future. You're getting older slowly. You're not as pretty as you used to be, and you're running out of time. You're going to die broke? You're going to live with your kids, or you want to have fun and win the game? It's up to you. So if I bankrupt the bad pieces and I don't have any problem with other pieces, I'm okay. Every bank, a B of A, bankrupt 5,000 locations because they wrote off their taxes. You brought the pain home. Stop it. I don't understand that. So if we lease and sign a building, you don't sign it as you. That'd be kind of stupid too. You guarantee it as a division of you because it doesn't work out or need to grow. Oh, every piece of property you get, you know what you get to do? Put them under the division. How are you going to basically have a magic wand and go, which one's going to slip and fall and sue me and take everything I got? Guess what? We're going to put them under the divisions. So what do we get to do? Separate liability. Now, the biggest problem that I see with TikTok, Google, and YouTube is everybody talking about corporations, C Corp, LLC, blah, blah, blah. It's like, shut the blank up. All that matters is how you receive money in the beginning. You see, money coming to the SS4 is not taxable till you're profitable. Now, here's your biggest problem. Most of you have shitty credit. You screwed it up. I got to rebuild that. Okay. The next problem you've got is how we're going to get the money to get the honey. You see, we have a problem. You have a problem. You don't know about the Fair Lending Act, right? If I get you an unlimited American Express card for $1 million, would you like 9 sisters? You see, you're not winning the lottery. You're not getting a big enough raise. Here's $1 million. When are you going to play with me? That was my biggest problem. I want people to play and have fun, but I want you to win the game of business. I wrote that 45 years ago, the whole book and series too. Page 6, cash flow for my time. Page 6, paragraph 3. So here's Mary. Mary's like all of you, sorry to say. She called me. Oh, slow down. What happened? I gave the attorney $10,000 to look at the lease, and he got 3 leases and subleases and all those goodies and options too. I gave $5,000 to the CPA to watch the books. Mary's Ivy League education. $250,000 a year. She wants to start a restaurant. So what happens is she used $98,000 of her personal credit from an 800 score and went, plop. She calls the attorney and the CPA. What did I do? What happened? What's her response? I think most attorneys are stupid. Most CPAs are stupid. Isn't that terrible to say? They have no idea how to be a CPA and attorney for an entrepreneur. That's the part stupid. Now, they may be brilliant over here practicing law. Maybe they're going to get it right someday. Problem is, Mary's restaurant failed during the pandemic, filed bankruptcy. And what happened? She ended up filing bankruptcy, personally losing her house, and her husband divorced her within 3 weeks. Mary's problem, she did it wrong like most of you. Now let's say all of you. You see, Mary should have been a CFO for the corp and the division process I invented in 85, 86. The restaurant should have been a division. If you had to disconnect, I say incorporate, bank the hell out of it, protect the corp, protect the family. Why don't you protect your corp and your family? What's wrong with you? Are these turned up or what? I don't understand stupid. You understand stupid yet? I'll never understand that in my whole life. You need to become what? A certified CFO and stop bringing the damn pain home. Your biggest problem, let's look at you today. Let's pretend you have a corporation. If you do, go look at it. Secretary of State's website, it's all pretty. It looks great. Goody. It says you're the incorporator. You're the officer. When they sue the corp, they sue you. You're a duck and a sheep. That kind of sucks. Oh, you didn't put your ducks in a row? You probably use your home address too. That's how you got on the national mailing list and the robocall list. That's kind of dumb. Why don't you change it to a mailbox, etc., or shared office space? Okay. When they sue that corp today, they sue you, and that sucks. Your way sucks. My way works. We're going to create a line of defense. Is that okay? I like the line of defense because if they try to get you, they can't get you. You get rid of the peace. If the bank and the grocery store in the city can do this shit, why can't you? You're probably sitting there going, beep, 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 beep. Learn, grasshopper, learn. We got to have fun. Here's a $100 million building. Here's a $1 million Lamborghini. One of the $5 million mansions I obtained and the $1 million race boat. Now I got these goodies. Why didn't you? These aren't turned up, are they? So never get these kind of goodies until you literally do $5 million. Okay? You need to be a corporate millionaire. We're going to play my way. I'm going to add history to you. I'm going to rebuild your life my way. Why? Because I think your way sucks. Sorry. Don't take offense. Let's just have some fun and win the game of business. What's your goal today? Now, understand. We're going to talk about types of variations of credit. I'll bet you had some money before. I'll bet you pissed it away. Then you're broke the next day. Well, that sucks too. We're going to take $100,000 as we start to receive money, and we're going to put it in the corporate bank account. We're going to reference 3 times 5. Reference 3 times 5. Got it? We're going to get up to $1.5 million of a line of credit. Borrow money is going to get a franchise on a division maintained by a third party. The other division's apartment complex maintained by a third party as well, management. You're going to set up a line of defense. Write this down because I'm going to make sure you do what I say. You're going to have a line of defense. You're going to quit bringing the damn pain home because your way sucks. Write it down. So now this is a management company. This means you're going to build financial freedom. Do you understand this? You're going to get to the point you build 1,000, 10,000, 100,000 a month. And I'm going to coach you and do most of the work with you or for you. And I'm going to give you a cheat sheet all the time. Now, simple, on all the classes I've been teaching and preaching for 45 years, online or in person. It's kind of fun. Now, here's our problem today. You are our problem. Your problem is you. Your lack of knowledge, what you did not do. The rerun you have every friggin' day. That has to stop starting now. From there, you have 31 days left of this year, working days. If you don't incorporate and get your divisions in place now, the problem is you're not going to be prepared for 2024. 2024 should be a $5 million corporation year. 5 million. 5 million. Okay, that's next year if you're set up right. Now, what did I do? I was doing my fixer-uppers and flippity-dippity-doos, making $50,000 off each property. Okay. No problem. But here's my problem I had. The buyers are liars, the agents are liars, and the real estate agents and the contractors too. They hire the subcontractor that stand outside Home Depot. They're all stealing my money, trying to rip you all off. That's the game, rip everybody off. Come on, everybody has been ripped off by almost everybody they know, and that sucks. So here we got a problem because they're trying to steal the money. Well, working for $50,000 was okay till I was 21 years old. I said, no, I'm done with that. Now I decided to do something else. I wanted to become the bank. Write down, I will become the bank. Write it down, I will become the bank. The next thing you have to understand is this: we take an apartment complex and we dissect it. We're going to dissect it into pieces. We're going to split deed it, and you're going to become the bank. Now, here's your problem. All right, you have to learn the assignment of mortgage. Got it? Write it down. Next thing is we got to realize there's a real estate system I came up with because I invented Homestead Blocker, or UCC when chattel mortgage, and financial system, how to become the bank. Isn't that fun? And then the assignment of mortgage, assignment of asset. So I want you to think today, if I got you a $100,000 card or a credit card or checkbook and $1 million of credit, what would you do? The bottom line is I want you to think about residual income. If we buy properties in different states, right now, you got 14 states are like 100,000 a brand new property. We can do Section 8 or managed by a third party real estate office local in the corner, okay? From here, what are you going to create? Residual income. You're not going to get rich. You're going to create 1,000 to 10,000 a month, then you're going to multiply it into more, okay? That's what you're going to do my way. From here, properties. Now, the 100,000 property, they want a down payment of $5,000. Would you like 3? How many would you like? It's borrowed money. It's not taxable. And it's going to be free money just to maintain the payment. So again, let's make everybody a money-making machine. Now, you could sell computers today, get 100,000 to $1 million, OPM money. You can pay a bill up to 90 days, and again, it'd be basically done on Broad Street. We can sell things on Amazon and eBay today, and that will be the ultimate goal to play. It's going to be up to you. But again, you don't get goodies like this until you get to $5 million mark. Now, God's gift, understand something. It's one of the houses in the harbor. And at the time, I had properties all the time in all 5 islands. And I want to make sure the race boats and the yachts have my name on it as a marketing tool, because that way I can also prove I obtained it. Not all this BS I see online all the time, because I don't believe it's really theirs. When you research, you find it, it's not. They rented it for the video. Oh, I like Duffy's too. Oh, you like big buildings and Lamborghinis? That's one of my favorite cars. Oh, I like this too. See, here's the problem. I need you to think differently than you think today. You keep having this rerun you have every day. It's got to change. Up earlier, your me time, find your meditation time, focus and understand. You're going to accomplish every goal you have. Or if you're part of my programs and my coaching, because I'm going to get you there. Now, me, I have no excuses. Born in a taxi, used and abused, you'd have a friggin' trash can. Hell, I wanted it out of hell. But there's me in 1981, highest kick, fastest kick on planet Earth. I kicked the door jam at 10 in the basketball hoop. All right, and they say white man can't jump. Idiots say that all the time. I kicked at the lights, and I also, no matter where you come from, you can accomplish your goal. Now, understand, when you hear no, be polite. Thank you. That's it. Go away. And then you're going to find out there's 1,000 steps to millionaire anyway. From here, there's a millionaire's founder's kit. As we do things, draw the diagram in front of you, and I want you to listen very carefully. At your age, you cannot afford to screw up anymore. And I don't care if you're 30, 40, 50, 60, or 70. You can't afford to screw up because it sucks. We've all been ripped off by people and did all kinds of crazy stuff. Think we're going to get where we want to go. Go back to basics. Bank of America bankrupt 5,000 locations. Their branch numbers. Chase, Wells Fargo, different banks. We got Sam's Club, Geico, and Cities. Your goal is a corporation with divisions, the way I designed it for me, all right, until you get to $5 million. Division process, your name's not on the form. Stop bringing the pain home, become a certified CFO, and reprogram your brain to millionaire status. There's your goal. Now, when I was 9.5 going to the library almost every day for 2 years, bottom line is I started a blueprint for me. I wanted steps and rules and tools. I call my blueprint, see it, believe it, go get it. Very simple. So understand, here's 5 things you need today that are a must have. Write them down. There are 5 things you must have, period. Without it, you're not going to make it. It's just that simple. You're treading water, you're playing it safe. You're going to have to stop what you do, rebuild your life in the right direction, and I'm going to rebuild everything you're trying to do anyway. And I'm going to answer all your questions personally and hold your hand. Then we'll sing Kumbaya. All right, 750 score. Not care, credit, first premier. Corporation, 30 divisions. You need 30 divisions if you want next year to be a $5 million year. You have no choice. From here, you need $1 million of cash credit, checkbook money, and you need $1 million of supply and vendor money. There's your must have. If you have a corporation, that's great. I'll help build the one you got. If not, I'll hand you one for free. You're going to stop bringing the pain home. You're going to put your ducks in a row, and I'm going to repackage every one of you under the corporate umbrella. There's the goal. From there, I've incorporated rich and famous people, all right, all across the board. Lakers, Clippers, Angels, and Dodgers too. Kind of fun because they listen better than you. So what do we do next? Well, let's go back to where you're at today. You started a business, oh goody. You got your friends and family in the kitchen table. Honey, we're going to start a business, oh goody. What did you do? You jacked up the cards, you dropped the score, you got stuck, you couldn't get any more. You backed yourself and your family in a damn corner, and you hawked your house. If that's true, that's called stupid, and you're not stupid. Why did you do stupid? I don't understand. Your goal is to never hurt the family, never bring the pain home. We're going to repackage your whole life, my way. From there, you're going to write down today's date. You're going to project 90 days at a time. You're going to be knocked down 1,000 times. You're only going to win 10. That's how it works. From there, winning the game of business, I wrote 45 years ago. Page 6, cash flow, free up your time, paragraph 3. I just telling people what I was doing, getting that $1,000 to $10,000 a day in a month. I brought in $1 million a friggin' day. What's wrong with you? I don't understand why you're not doing what I do. And don't give me the excuse nobody told me, because who the hell told me? Nobody. I want it out of hell. See, your motivation has to be there. You want it so bad. You want to win. There I am, dead in a coma. It sucks. We're millions and billions. And what do I get to do? I get to die and come back broke and help you. That was not my plan. God, you made it my plan. I guess so. So guess what? God, why? My wife tells everybody at the office that he's in a coma. They say he's going to die. Well, that sucks. Ruined my whole day. It did. So she goes to the office at One Technology Drive, Irvine Spectrum. Ron's there with my one U-Haul truck stealing my books and CDs. Tom's selling my websites and my phone numbers to a porn site. Highest bidder. If you want a copy of the Millionaire's Founders Kit, it's free, but you have to sell over $99. That's shipping and handle it. I sold it at the Bonaventure 32 years, so $5,000 a set. No problem. So again, if you Zell for $99, it goes to give you a copy of your 12-book CDs as well. Now, I have this 3-day event coming up because people keep bugging me. I didn't want to do any more boot camps or any overviews. But I got all these new clients who say, Ray, would you take 3 days to explain it to us more? Okay. So we have the basically November 24th, 25th, 26th. This is the holiday. This is Thanksgiving weekend. From there, we're going to tear apart all the books and CDs. Whoever signs up for it, it's very simple. Bonuses are level 1, 2, and 3 for 90 days, 2024. Specialty classes, 90 days, 2024. And $50,000 of cash credit, which normally costs $5,000 for itself. It is $1,999 today if you sell it today only. From there, take a picture of Zelle. Ray Reynolds recipient, ray@racecredit.com. Starting a business, running a business, oh my goodness, you don't know if they're going to catch you. You're going to fall off the cliff, you're going to die, all those people around you. Hold your breath. Now, here's the thing you got to focus on. I had a problem. My problem is I wanted out of hell. That was my problem. How do I get out of that? I'm a little kid. 2.5 years old, I learned to bother people about magazines. I kept saying, what's this word? I memorized all the words in a magazine, taught myself to read, didn't know how to spell yet. I had a problem because the abuser would get me at 2:30 in the morning. And that wasn't very nice because I don't like being abused. At 225, if I got up, the abuser couldn't get me. And that's why ever since I was 2.5 years old, my body's programmed to wake up at 225. I can't sleep in even when I try. I drop to my knees. I thank you, Jesus, for another day. Then I go look in the mirror. See, me, I had to put myself in check because who's going to help me? I got no mommy and daddy and family. I'm living in hell. I had to put myself in check since I was a little kid. You talk to your friends and family about a good idea. That's good. You look at them to encourage you. Ah, good. Isn't that fun? Then they interrupt you. Then they tell you how to do your own idea, and they usually haven't done diddly squat. I believe they cloud your direction. But what do I know? So the bottom line is going to be up to you. Here, July 4, 2009, got 3 yachts in the backyard. No problem. My wife wants to take one out with a group of people. There I am, dead in a coma. I hear what's going on in the room. And when I'm dead. From there, the tax attorney tricks my wife to sign a POA. Nurse asked my wife if I was a donor. They're going to rip out my heart, take it away. But Jesus gave me a choice to stay in peace and go back. I said, go back. Now, I had to move 24 times till I'm 11.5 years old with a lot of shitty people. I've been shot twice. I've been knifed 6 times. So I'm God's example. So understand, no matter what we go through, we can get past go. From there, I got a book coming out this year. Jesus is not a drive-through. See, being a Christian's a way of life, not a moment in time. Very simple. From here, Bite Your Tongue, Love Longer. I wrote it for men to shut up with women because women are tape recorders. But now I had to amend it and add another series to it. I had to add it, basically, Bite Your Tongue, Love Longer for my wife and my daughters. All right, they had to have another chapter. From here, Fight the Monster Within. We all have one. Oh, bullshit doesn't pay the bills. All right, from there, Fighting Through the Pain. So understand, I believe you're stuck. I think you need to get past go. So let me show you some things I obtained, like the Lamborghinis, the Duffys, the mansions, and how white men do jump. Stupid people say we don't. From there, guess what? We get to do more Lamborghinis, race boats in the backyard, helicopters, U-Docks, yachts, and Ferraris. Is that okay? We get a couple goodies like I obtained too, called Raise Rolls. See, remember my blueprint. See it, believe it, go get it. That's all we really have to do. Play it my way. But understand, credit repair, sorry, it's a fraud. All right, I watch these people on Tickety Talk. Oh, you got bad credit, I can remove everything. Oh, you need your limit to be 0 to 5%. That's BS. You know, they'll shrink your limit or throw it away. You can't get any more. Oh, the Fair Credit Reporting Act. They act like they know what the hell they're talking about. There are 12 acts to understand. There's no magic wand, period. They cannot remove your open collection account unless you kill the debt. So let's look at the Fair Credit Reporting Act. They're not even allowed to collect fees up front, but they do it all the time. All right, it's against federal law. It's right there. And then the Credit Organization Act. There it is too. Now, what can you do? You basically Google Section 611. It tells you what you need to do. From there, you have an open collection account. Pretty simple. You got to man up, woman up. You can't rip off your creditor. All right, you got to remember what started all of this years ago. TRW, the report's wrong, Thomas Raymond Woolridge. And what happens when I was training the security chief at TRW, became a Sperian, basically I drew a first drawing like this, said good, fair, or hell no. These 2 cards maintain your score so you never drop it again. Getting to that point, sometimes it's hard for some of you who really screwed it up a lot. So again, 750 the rest of your life. So let's understand, if we want the 750 we must have anyway, we negotiate all open collection accounts. We put all cards but 2 at 25, 29%. We put you in a rapid refresh that I invented 39 years ago in rapid scores that your mortgage companies use too. When I was training Ken Yarber and working with Harold Stokes. So all of a sudden, now we got the KISS method. Keep it simple, stupid. So understand, let's give you 25 steps today. Here we got Intuit Credit Karma. Intuit bought Credit Karma December 3rd, 2020. Credit Karma was indicted 3 times for lying through their teeth. Now, I don't understand these people buying things under LifeLock. LifeLock's been indicted 6 friggin' times. Their last indictment's $100 million. Are people that stupid or something? I don't understand stupid. Do you understand stupid yet? So let's obtain your credit reports today. Let me analyze them personally, and let me respond back to you personally too. I'll actually call it your case number live, all right, at 1:30 Pacific Standard Time during one of my classes on Saturday. All right, the analyzation educational class at 1:30 Pacific Standard Time. Your case number, I'll hear from me what you need to do on your part. Here's that SS5 no one paid attention to. It says name to be shown on card, full name at birth other than above. So let's go back and understand. You did the SS5, it was before 71. If not, Mommy did it from 71 on because Nixon took the gold standard out. That created the SSN and the 1040. That's the tax return. That Social Security card you have in your personal wallet right now, get it out. It's not even yours. It'll say do not laminate, don't carry with you, and don't use for ID purposes. It belongs to property of Social Administration, not you. Now, your SSN was for your 1040 tax return. You got your first job a long time ago. And what happened? You thought that company ripped you off. Where's my money? They had to point out to you the IRS gets your cut, you get the leftover. Because you didn't look behind the curtain and pay attention, I think you're a duck and a sheep. Your problem, you didn't learn to play. That's why I want you to write down 1244 today and then the IRS.gov, okay? And we file one tax return and offset almost all tax at all. We play till we get up to the $5 million mark. There's that SS5. Let's compare it to SS4. Is that okay? Line 1 says legal name of entity or individual person whom requested. The banks and the grocery store city do it in front of you all the time. Your name can go right there. This form allows you, it says banking and credit purposes, one per entity. And divisions don't pay franchise tax fees and don't put your name on them too. Now your corporation's allowed to do 4 things. That's it. Raise rules, 4 things. Got it? 1, you get the buffered tax. No taxes due till you're profitable. 2, we're going to get cash credit. We get to write it all off. Isn't that fun? We get to write it all off, up and away, and you get to buy a car at fleet price, and you get the free buffet at the hotel. Now that's all your corporate gets to do. Divisions are your line of defense. They're cheap. Multiple functions, buy at wholesale price. All right, multiple credit reports, separate liability for real estate, and you build your line of defense. Did you write it down? Because you can't take a picture or record. Line of defense. That means we build a corporate umbrella. And the divisions are the process we want to do that I invented in 85, 86. For me, now they're good for you. Bottom line, I'm going to guarantee everything. You're going to agree to go to workshops. You're going to agree to understand and play by the rules. You see, you don't want to violate and jack up cards and apply for credit during the program and crash your wrap or rescore. If you do, I close your case or charge you a fee. And if you screw up, that's on you. Please man up and woman own that mistake. Simple. Open collection account. You have 5 ways to kill a debt. You have an IRS problem, you can kill that too. All right, there's ways to do it. They have a form for that as well. So if we play step 3, now step 4 is very simple. Would you like the 750 score? Not easy. It's a pain in the ass set. The faster you do what I tell you to do, the faster it becomes obtainable. So 750. Let's analyze you today. Let's basically understand the wrapper rescore, wrapper refresh in place, and let's push your score up 96 points in 3 days. Is that okay? Or if not more, gives you some green lights. So here's how it works in the credit rebuilding program. All right, credit repairs are fraud. We're going to rebuild and be part of this. You're going to go to class and not fall in your what? You're going to understand rules and tools, how to play the game. Very simple. Now, I'm going to point in a 750 score. That's our ultimate goal together. We're going to do this together. $999. I give you 1,000 card back. I always give people their money back to a card up to times 10, by the way. During the broadcast, you get it for $499. And then I get you a $500 card. Simple. And you now have the rules and tools so you can maintain a 750 the rest of your life. Got it? Now, if you want lines of credit for business, we're going to get it from the banks, not all these other things on the side go all over the place. The banks. There's 5 banks that I like the best. Okay? So let's understand we're going to play. You have to have a 2-year corporation, and your divisions have to be 2 years as well. So a starter package. Now, if you have a corporation, we can build the one you want. If not, I'll hand you the articles for free. I've done that for 45 years. You just pay a little filing fee. office list, tax ID, set up in level 1. So if you're in my classes for 90 days and $9.99, we're going to rebuild you and give you 5,000 in credit. I'm going to give you 5 times your investment back for you. Nobody does this on planet Earth besides me anyway. All right, for $24.99, I'm going to give you 25,000. That's 5 times your money as well. So what happens is we analyze, we add history, you start popping credit right away. That's the ultimate goal. So as we do this, let's understand. If you want kind of those bonuses right away, use Zelle now, or you call the office at 800-254-9506. If you use a card, they will charge you additional 5%. Now, here's another problem you've got. You're on the national mailing list. You're on the robocall list. We all are, until you remove yourself off the national mailing list. So what happens if you're a voter like me? They sell the voting list 412 times a year. Corporation cable bill. If you call 888-567-8688, you can opt out for 5 years or a lifetime off the mailing list if you want to. The phone number is right in front of you. Next, if we look at plan 5, step 5, the goal is this: we have to plan the problem. Your problem is you did not plan the problem. And the ultimate goal, you have to realize if you're going to win, you have to realize you wasted thousands on crap that didn't work, and one of your friends and family probably ripped you off. That's just life. From here, we take the cards, we put safety credit, we write down the limit on the card, maintain 25% always, never past 29%. What we're looking to do is create the line of defense. That's the goal. All dashboards say 0 to 29, the way I designed it years ago. 30 is yellow, 50 is red. So now that you're getting your discipline and the rules and tools, all you have to do is follow along. Now keep in mind, you're never going to jack up these again. That's a no-no. I'm sorry, I'm going to call it stupid. Okay, because your score dropped, you can't get any more. If we take and understand the rules and tools, the gold and platinum cards, they don't fluctuate credit at all. So that means I can max it out up to $1 million and have a paid overtime limit too. So I never have to drop my score below 750 ever again. Got it so far? That way you can maintain 750 for the rest of your life. Biggest problem, sorry to say, has been you. Lose your job, have an emergency, what do? Simple. All right, you run out of time, you run out of money, then you go jack up your cards and you tell the world feel sorry for you. Boo-hoo-hoo. The sorry for yourself, feeling sorry for yourself, that's 3 seconds or less for me. We'll give you 3 minutes, okay? That's all you get. If you needed $5,000 today, now, what would you do? It's simple. You said the word need, you ask your friends, family in the bank, they tell you no. Here's a $5,000 card in my hand. Payment's $50 a month. So the average person wastes and pisses away $50 every other day? It's ridiculous. They also say you waste $140 a week. That's $600 a month. If we took $50,000 off of a corporate credit card and write it off, even the credit card and the interest rate, we could buy 2 pizza restaurants with a drive-through during a pandemic using some common sense. That's, by the way, residual income. White men do jump, just stupid people say we don't. Nixon took the gold standard out. I need you to write down raise rules. If I was you, I'd write at the top of a brand new piece of paper, raise rules. All right, very simple. Let's understand. I'm willing to sacrifice a division, okay? All right, with no intent to do fraud, but I'm not willing to sacrifice my corporation and my family. That should be something you say every day, because that's the truth. It'll set you free. So understand, having your cake, you need it too. All right, very simple. Raise rules. Step 7. All right, become a certified CFO and never bring the pain home. Your goal is simple today. Now here I am in a coma and I'm dead. Okay, kind of sucks. My life got stolen. What am I going to do? It's pretty simple. All right, Google the address, find out I'm telling you the truth. Okay, from there I've been in 2 comas in my life so far. One, I got crippled and Jesus said, get up, I got up. Last one, I got to die and come back and help you. So the devil's trying to knock us down and hold us back. That's how it works. God's delays aren't God's denials. So I'd like to repackage you like Humpty Dumpty. Like my six calls this morning, I'm building millionaire people because they're restructuring the right way. They're not doing things kind of like, yeah, because that doesn't work. So the bottom line is repackaging you. That's the ultimate goal. Corporation's a legal person that may sue or be sued. Remember, the lack of knowledge is why people do stupid things. So here's a guy who's homeless. All right, look what happened. I lost my job, got 2 kids. Okay, he's really not homeless, is he? He lost his job, he has 2 kids. Okay, so now he's begging for money. Hey, I did it with the sign just to do as a stunt. But let's understand something. He's got to man up, all right, and go basically have and drive an Uber, drive a Lyft. He has to have a garage sale and go sell something and go to the church for the food. There's a solution for everything. So what did I do when I came out of a coma? When I was worth millions and billions, simple, I sold my wedding ring, Rolex, necklace, bracelet. Had 12 garage sales in Huntington Beach. I built $1 million of credit in 6 weeks. You see, I know how to file the bankruptcy. It didn't show up on my credit files. All right, because I had to do that because all the people calling and yelling at me because they sold everything I had. It sucks. A corporation's a legal person can build itself, but you got to know how to play and you got to be able to do the work too. Very simple. As we play, remember a division, multiple functions, tenants, cash credit, supply credit. So what do we look at the division for? Line of defense. All right, I'm willing to sacrifice what? A division, not the corp in my family. Every one of you have screwed up, all right, many times by jeopardizing your family or jacking up a card. That doesn't make sense to me. So the goal is do what I say. Let's follow through, get into a coaching program if you want to. If you allow me to get a tax ID for you, I'm allowed to put it on my dashboards. I'm an affiliate. That means I'm setting up credit reports, Experian, Chandra, and Equifax under tax ID. From there, I can start building some cash credit. Next thing is you want to get some checkbook money. Divisions allow you to multiply the credit. Every card should be daisy chained into more. I wrote it in my book called Buckets of Money. All right, $190,000 a month. So if you have a corporation today, remember when they sue it, they sue you because your name's on it. You didn't put your ducks in a row. So that kind of sucks. So if you let me set up the line of defense my way, then you're going to protect the corp and your family. That's up to you. Daisy chain of credit. Knowing how to take a card, one card into more cards. Knowing that one card can get 9 sisters, if not more, and know how to process that as well. See, getting credit is not easy, but rebuilding you is kind of a pain too. But when we multiply it into more divisions, that way we can get more money to get more honey. And then we have to look at the lines of credit. I've got all clients all positioned to line of credit here, 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 and here. And it's great because every division got a line of credit. What are we looking for? The money to get the honey. What do we need to do? Residual income. There's 89 ways how to use the division. I wrote a book on that as well, since I invented it in the first place. So a division is simple, tax ID, all right, 2,000 of history, usually the $4.99 each, and you get 3 for $14.97 today. During this, you get 3 for $9.99 if you Zelled it during this broadcast. There's your Zelle, simple to do. Ray Reynolds recipient, ray@raisecredit.com. You can always call the office at 800-254-9506, and there's a 5% if you use a card because the bank charges that to us too. From there, I like goodies. See, unfortunately, I've listened to a lot of people, and I think most people, half are lazy and half are full of crap. Okay, real goodies. All right, the difference is the rules and the tools how to play the game and win. I've always got goodies. Riding with Neil Diamond a couple of times on Love Ride is kind of fun. But again, your corporation and your nonprofit and profit corporations too, how to play the game. We should get up to at least $1 million of credit cards, $5 million of checkbook money, and then we rebuild you here. Then we go to the corporation like the green Spark card, the unlimited for 100,000. Then you get to 2 that are 30 to 50,000. So at least 160 times 9. Then we look at the B of A times 9, the Wells Fargo times 9. We look at the Inc. times 9, and even the gold card. There's only 5 of the 10 that I like. Checkbook money is totally different. Your bank will give you up to 150, or have no tax returns usually, all right, unsecured. And my 5 favorite are these. But keep in mind, these 5 favorite are fun. You can multiply it to $5.4 million. Okay, and that's called checkbook money, as much as you can get through your division process. Now, here's what happens. Okay, and I took this from several clients that we've done this recently. All right, so we got checkbook money. We multiply it through the divisions. So this is Bill here. Bill has corporation. He got the 150 and he did it 5 more times. Okay, so we got what, 600,000. Now each division is doing it again and another one and another one. The goal is by the time we're done, he's going to have about $3 million of cash credit because we're getting into residual income. You got classes on Saturday. There are 10 of them. You might want to get to the one at 8:30 in the morning. It's specialty. This Saturday, it's nonprofit. So here's the ultimate goal. Just because you get credit doesn't mean you're done. And it's like a lot of clients, this really frustrated me months ago. All right, I found it's like, go get the credit. Here's got the card. Here's your 50. Here's 100,000. Here's your gold. Here's your platinum. Now go to the franchise and decide to get a used franchise. It's like they're sitting there on their ass. I don't get it. They're sitting there. They're like, what are you doing? It's like they can't figure out what they want to really do. But the other problem is when they get into a project, they get stuck. All right, I don't get stuck. All right, so we're going to borrow money. Borrow money, it's not taxable. We're going to invest it into a lifetime income, residual income. You're going to learn to have your cake and eat it too. Raise rules. Become a certified CFO. Never bring the pain home. Bottom line is going to be up to you. Let's pretend today I gave you a credit card or I give you a check for $1 million. Here's $1 million. What would you do? Okay, Casey, what would you do with it? Henry, what would you do with it? All right, what would you do? Joanne, what would you do with it? Okay, Mary, what would you do with it? I'll bet you every one of you are thinking about what the hell you can do for you. This is called stupid. Okay, I want to buy a car and buy a house. You got to get your brain right. You're never going to get what you want until you know how to play the game. You take that $1 million, all right, you put it in your personal bank account. You're going to have to keep only $375. If you would have put it into the bank, reference 3 times 5, leverage it into 15 million, borrow money is not taxable. And then you pay all the bills first, then, all right, you pay tax on the leftover. Eventually, that boogeyman or boogie woman thinks going to get you is the IRS. So that way you play by the rules. You don't screw it up. Now, let's pretend you're listening the right way. Today, you won the lottery. Now what? Well, the bottom line is I would tell you to put the money in the division of each of the corporation. Your attorney and CPA would say, hey, you don't have an account in your name. It's like these idiots are in the way. They don't understand real business. Okay? So if I take and deposit a division of me with a banker right in his face, I want to borrow off the money. So I can borrow against the money I just put in the bank. I spend the borrowed money only, I create debt for the corporation. What does that do? Borrow money is not taxable, and now I can create millions and billions of dollars. See, that's how you leverage money and learning to play. You know, at the United States of American Corporate, you heard of them before? 50 corps, cities, states. They created Chapter 9 bankruptcy in front of you, and you did nothing. Or you sit there going, that's about it. You could have played the same game as long as you have no intent to do fraud. Ultimate goal. Now look at bankruptcy today. Bankruptcy is when shit hits the fan. Sorry, it's just the way you have to say it. Are you going to let it be SSN or SS4 or both? Some of you would do both. That's not acceptable. Next, we have to think about if you let me add you to my credit system and rebuild you up to the $1 million. Not easy, but the reality is it can be done pretty quick unless you have something screw up in front of you. Again, you go to class, you don't fall in your what? Beat your doubt, run your race. That would be the ultimate goal. So let's play. Getting past go. So let's understand we have the ability to play the game. God's gift, the mansions in the harbor, the yachts and the race boats. I always put my name on them anyway to prove I obtained them. Helicopters, Lamborghinis, buildings. Your driver's license in the future should be a mailbox, etc. Maybe a mailbox or something like this or a mailing address. More privacy. But that's up to you. Next, we have to look at the car you drive today. Very simple, because you went to the car dealership, you got sweated for 5 hours. You got up to 9 inquiries, you lost $20,000 or $30,000. So understand something today. That's not how you buy a car. A car is fleet price tax ID division. That's the ultimate goal. Now, the next thing is as I repackage you everything we're talking about. Okay, not just credit and everything else, from the house, irrevocable trust in your whole life. I want to repackage your life to do it my way, because your way I think sucks. Sorry, but I believe it to be true. You buy a house, you put two names on the loan, that's kind of dumb. Screw it up, you lose credit for both of you. Lose house and car. Car should have been a division anyway. Now you got shitty credit. And on top of that, report to the IRS as a 1099-C. So now you have double shitty credit. The house should have been bought through the trust in the first place. If you don't change red showing on a car to a division, you're the duck and the sheep. You can always write off the car for business expense. It's not that's the problem. The problem is who's the registered owner and a bumpity bump. If it's you, you're a duck and a sheep. Division could be the duck and the sheep. So again, planning the problem. That's the goal. Every property you get should be a division of a corporation. You don't know who's going to slip, fall, and kind of sue you and screw you up. That's the biggest thing. House payment offsets your paycheck, and that's to offset the taxes. Amazon didn't pay tax in the first 10 billion to double trillion. Why would they pay tax? They don't have to pay tax. So let's understand becoming a certified CFO. There's a lot to do that. See, there's no loophole. They're doing what they're allowed to do. He bought literally Twitter 24 hours in front of the world's lines of credit. Now the banks want to kick his assets. He's totally dumb. All right, X marks the spot. It was worth 44 billion, dummy. Now it's worth 19 billion, dummy. I think he's not as smart as people think he is. I'd love to challenge the hell out of him. Just have some fun. But the reality is that he's got a spaceship. Oh, goody. So they're the two guys. You could win the battle and understand how to play, and you don't have to bring the pain home. You join the club too. Step 15. Run your life through a corporation or basically in conjunction. Pay tax or buy a Lamborghini. You see, you get a paycheck, it's taxable income. Unless you're a crook and getting paid under the table, then you're just going to prison where you belong. So understand your paycheck tax, what do you pay? You get the check, you get the leftover, you pay car payment, gas registration, insurance. Corporations should pay all that for you. You see, understand something today. It's pretty simple. All right, we need to understand how to play. But again, I want to do it my way. So let's look at SS4. It says banking and credit purpose on the form, 26 ways to use the form. You can go to irs.gov today and get a copy of the SS4. So understand something today. All right, you never had to be a duck and a sheep. You chose to do that. You did. Here's Mama. If Nixon took the gold standard out, Mama did the SS5. If it was before, you did it for you. Unfortunately, it's rules and tools, and you have to learn to play. She's going to go home, take the baby, as long as she signed the SS5 form. So that means very simple rules and tools, and we're all bonded up to 35 million apiece. Okay. Now, the next thing is when you buy a house, it's escrow, close, homestead, trust. If you have a house not in a trust, sorry, when they sue you, they kind of screw you up. They take it away. If you die, you get stuck in the probate, your family got diddly squat. Fixing of a property using what? A contractor that hires a subcontractor that stand outside Home Depot. Good workers, but when they slip, fall, and cut corners, they're going to take everything you got. My way, they get diddly squat. I like diddly squat. So why don't you look at irrevocable trust today? Step 19. Stop bringing the pain home. Now, if you're a crook, that means like Wesley Snipes didn't do anything else. He didn't do his tax returns. He was solvent. That's a bullshit answer. Sorry to say it's true. If you don't pay your taxes and you don't file tax returns, just go to prison where you belong, because that's what you got to do. I mean, he listened to his idiot CPAs and attorneys in Beverly Hills, California. 3 years in prison, $5 million fine. Ruined his career and his life. So if you've ever tried to play peekaboo with the IRS, fix it. They have a form. All right, 656, 433, A and B. Step number 20. Because you're not going to get away with it for a long term. So understand, if you want to get basically be an OPM, you get to save up to 70%. You don't pay a bill up to 90 days. We leverage money from an escrow up to 15 million. Borrow money is not taxable, and you set up your line of defense. That's step 21, called blackjack. And that's the ultimate goal as we play the game. So we get to play, we get to win. Now, here's my office before the coma. 2009, One Technology Drive, Irvine Spectrum, 22,000 square foot building. I was doing up to $1 million a day at this location and 3 other locations in other states too. Now, I went to a coma, got to die, come back and tell the world my story, which nobody really cares anyway, in my opinion. But what am I going to really do? Okay, the bottom line is I'm going to go home and go boo-hoo-hoo, no. My feeling sorry for myself is 3 seconds or less. I took out my blueprint, see it, believe it, go get it. Took out my 5 closet divisions. Biggest mistake none of you do. You don't get 5 closet divisions and 3 divisions of you. I got to have a backup on a backup. I built $1 million of credit in 6 friggin' weeks. If you don't listen, you're going to bring the pain home again and again. That's up to you. I don't do that. So understand, you got 1,000 steps to millionaire. There's in the Millionaire's Founders Kit. The 3 days are coming up. We're going to tear apart those books for the ones that want to go to it, because I have basically 30 people pushing for this. I'm only putting 25 people in it anyway. So Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We're going to go through all the books. We're going to give them level 1, 2, and 3 for 90 days next year. Specialty classes, another 50,000 of cash credit. Ultimate goal. So usually the $5,000 for cash credit. It's $1,999 if it was done today. Ultimate goal, it's a Zell. That's all you get to do. From here, boring business. So understand. I had my laundromats, my dry cleaners. I wrote the books on those as well. Even the payphones, 22,000 payphones, storage units, shopping centers, apartment complexes, all these pieces. All right, very simple. I started the largest satellite store in industry in the whole world called NASDAQ. Largest installation company in the world at the time. Napper Printing, I started that. Pip Printing, Sir Speedy, all these great things to make money. But you know what I did? I never ran the damn business. I hired people to do it, or had third party. So if you're going to focus and really want residual income, you want to think about investing about 40,000 off of a card or two. Your income should be 3,000 to 10,000. From there, if you did 100,000 up to 45,000, 25,000 up to 75,000. The goal is something ran by third party. Now, here's an apartment complex. They want $3 million for it. It's an existing, so basically that's what we want because it's fully leased out. So what happens? It's an example. $3 million, 10% down, 300,000. We take it off line of credit. Now we have a new loan, but we have properties leased out, and now we have an income. Your problem, most of you, maybe all of you, would think that's great income. Oh, look what we got. Stop. It only takes one turd, all right, to sue you, one of those tenants, to slip, fall, hurt you, and take everything you got. That's called stupidity. My way works. Should have been a division of a process anyway. If we dissect these pieces, do an assignment of mortgage, you become the bank. What does this mean? That means you can sue them, they can't sue you. You reverse the liability. You get that so far? So if we look at real estate franchise storage units, things like this, it'd be kind of fun. The 3 months program, 6 months, and you have one of the 12 months left. That's it. After that, we're sold out of that. Here what happens. You should own it, not run it. Is that okay if we own it, not run it? Now, when you go to the expos, what happens is like a deer in the headlights. We want to do existing. Okay, this person got 3 locations, 125. It's 63,000 a month income for the corporation. 47,000 down, they got 30,000 a month. Here I look at opportunity. The man died, so God rest his soul. The wife wants to get rid of it. Okay, no problem. There's one of the Faizuli's Colombian coffees I set up. No problem. Oh, you want a Wendy's? We just negotiated one. They wanted 300,000 down. We got it for 100,000 and carry back for 200,000. Again, existing. Oh, you want a couple gas stations? You own it, you don't own it. You own it, but you don't run it. Got it? So here, what do you see? Opportunity. Every time you look around, you have to create the opportunity. Now, what is the goal? To list. I believe you're never going to make it unless you have a checklist, a goal list. Okay? The goal list, we have to break down what your goals in your activity sheets. From there, the daily list, the weekly list, and then we got to get to project list. Now, I got one of them that got everything done after 90 days. I got them 2 of the dry cleaners. They're doing great. And then they went to go get it and do their things on their own. Everywhere they turn, they got their assets kicked. The project list is knowing what needs to be done, and I'm going to tell you what to do. That way you're not going to guess. And on top of that, every time they got a turd trying to give them crap, I showed them exactly how to dodge that crap. Project list is not easy, but we accomplish goals. What is our ultimate goal? Residual income, 10 to 50,000 a month. That is the goal. From there, what do? All classes, weekly calls, and on top of that, rapid rescore, pushing scores up and away. Next thing we have to think about is mastering. If we master, basically understand the goal is about projections. All right, well, we get on limits. The next thing is phone calls with creditors, how to deal with them, daisy chaining credit into more credit. It's not just getting the first 50 to 100,000 to a million. You want to daisy chain it into millions. From there, increasing limits all the time. So if you want to get into the 3 months program, there are 4 left, $1,000 down, and you can finance it during the 90 days of 7,000 balance. If you paid 8,000 in full, then I add credit to it of $100,000. If you don't, you just do your monthly payments, you get no credit at all. If you want the 6 months program, it's 1,000 down, 13,999 is your balance. If you paid 15,000 up front, then what you're going to do is I'm going to build you 250,000 of cash credit as we rebuild you too. From there, the one left is $1,000 down. All right, it's 12 months. It's $31,000. You break it down in monthly payments as you go through the coaching process. From here, if you paid in full, you get a discount, so it's 25,000 paid in full. And what happens is I build you $500,000 of credit, the ultimate goal. So again, take a picture of Zelle for deposit of the whole thing. Today, it's going to be up to you. Now, Warren Buffett's a great guy. Even last night, Chris Christie brought him up that how he's not paying tax on what he's talking about. Why would he bring up Mr. Buffett? I have no idea. All I know is one thing. There's no difference in him and you. But again, your goal is to understand how to repackage you and understand residual income. That's exactly what he does. So understand. He doesn't run, all right, DK and all this other stuff, or Dairy Queen. He doesn't go to, seize candy and pass it out. Your goal is to understand a corporation's a legal person that may sue or be sued. The ultimate goal is very simple. Divisions are the line of defense. We're willing to sacrifice a division, all right, not the corp in our family. Very simple. Divisions give you the ability to understand, all right, daisy chaining of credit and all kinds of things, up to $100,000 a month. Very simple. 89 ways how to use the division. So again, each division, normally $4.99 each. All right, 2,000 of history, tax ID. What happens? It's $4.99 each. Usually, you can get 3 today for $9.99. It's a Zelle. You can always call the office, 800-254-9506. What are you willing to lose? The problem is you need to do what I ask you to do and follow through. Me, I never had a family. Didn't have a mommy, a daddy, all that stuff. Don't even know what I can't even relate to it. When I got a wife and 6 kids and 9 grandkids, I'm not willing to lose the family. Corporation, when they sue it, they sue you. And if you don't get divisions, that's called stupid in my opinion, but that's just my opinion. Division process. So understanding that we can all get our cake and eat it too, and understand it's called checkmate. Step 23. So if you're going to play to win, you play big. $100 million buildings, $1 million Lamborghinis, and you basically reach the dream. And you think to be the impossible. Raise rules. Corporations, divisions, training people to be a certified CFO. The ultimate goal. Simple. If you have joint credit, please get it out of the way. It's going to hurt you anyway. You buy a house, escrow, close, homestead, trust. Corporations are free in all 50 states. Why would you even pay for one besides the filing fee? Division for franchise, real estate, all right, new business, current business, and line of defense. I'm the only one on planet Earth that tries to give credit away for what you invest. And then you get to write it off step by step anyway, so then there's no excuses. The only excuse is you didn't want to try, and that's not acceptable to me. Step 24. From there, if all you want is a 750 today, okay, very simple. We analyze, we add basically rapid rescore. You go to class, we work on the 750, and you got to do what you're told to do. Normally $1,000 and a credit card for $1,000 back. Discounted to $4.99 during a broadcast, and you get a card for $500. And with rules and tools, you can maintain a 750 the rest of your life. Next, the starter package. Articles also tax you if you don't have one. If not, we'll give them to you for free. You still pay your filing fee. Set up in level 1 every Wednesday and Saturday at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. $999, $5,000 of credit back to you. $24.99, $25,000 of credit back. That's 5 times your investment. All right, analyze in 24 hours, add history, start popping credit as soon as possible. That way you can basically get those goodies if you want, if you Zelle right away. You can also call the office at 800-254-9506. If you use a card, they will charge you 5% more. From there, let's understand if you give referrals, we'll build more credit, or we'll basically give you 10% back to you, as long as that person names your name when they sign up. If not, they blew it for you. That's why I always give you my personal email address too. We have to understand Bank of America, bankrupt thousands of locations. All the banks do. Sam's Club, Geico, Cities. We have to play the game to win. Got to stop bringing the pain home. We have to become a certified CFO and change our mindset to millionaire status. Look behind the curtain always. We stay safe, we stay strong, we do our best. Jesus does the rest. Amen to that too. At the end of the day, it's all up to us. So let's understand today things that I offered right away. I would basically Zell right away, get the goodies as well too. If you need to call 800-254-9506, do it right away. The ultimate goal is going to be up to you. From there, we do our best. God does the rest. Amen to that too. And we never forget at the end of the day, God loves us all.